Hey everybody, so today is scouting day. We're gonna go try to check out a few places that we've done just set feet on, but we haven't really ran a detector over it. One's a place where an old home site is, the earliest marked graves 1802, for which our area is awesome. You know, there wasn't a whole lot of settlers that early in the 1800s. It was more towards 1820 that everybody really started moving in, and it didn't really boom until the 50s. So this is going to be an awesome place to check out. We've got a few other places that supposedly, one was supposedly an old Confederate camp that his grandfather and his grandfather had told them that that's where they camped out during the war, near the town that we're kind of focusing on early this spring. So what we're going to do is we're just going to get our feet on the ground. We're going to swing the detector for a little while. We're just going to kind of check out some of these places. For time being, it's just kind of just getting the lay of the land to see if anything turns up. If nothing turns up, you know, out of a few visits there, we'll probably just throw them up as a loss or just as a rainy day place. So, all right, well, if we find anything good, I'll turn the camera back on. Probably if we don't, I'll turn it on anyways, just so we can get some more footage to put on the channel, just to get some more content out to you guys, so you can know, a little bit of what we're about. So we'll see y'all in a little bit. So we went to the first spot that we was going to check out for the day. Didn't really find anything. I found a buckle and a 10 that's definitely older than 1900, but doesn't really say anything just because it's two good signals out of probably 20 that we dug. But we're at an old barn now that sits on the property that's definitely period time. These old hand cut logs, they're huge. This thing's, they don't build them like this anymore. But we're just going to rummage around through here and see what we can find and pray that we don't get snake bit.
Here, check this out.
What we got?
Hand forward tangent square. They drive them in.
Huh. That's pretty neat. Yeah, this place, they don't make them like this no more. Of course, it looks like somebody along the lines has put a tin roof on it, but still. What's this? Really no. We're going to check this place out for a little bit. If we find anything, I'll turn the camera back on, but if we don't find anything in here, we're probably just going to ease on to the next spot, see what we can find then. So we'll catch y'all here in a little bit. We are just dumbfounded at this barn. There's an old rock wall that goes down through there that we're assuming was the barn lot. Back behind the truck over in this area was where the old home site, we believe, sat, because there was a modern trailer that sat on it for as long as we can remember. But this barn, I mean, the way it's built, it's amazing. What they would do is they would cut these trees down. See if I can get over here. They would cut these trees down, and you can see how it was. It's kind of at a corner. It's an old leather strap we found. But they'd take and cut these trees down, take and notch the ends of the logs. And if you guys as a kid ever played with Lincoln log sets, it's essentially the same principle. They would just take and just hoist these things up and just stack them. And this thing is huge. I mean, I'm 6.5 foot tall. This thing's at least 3 stories high. I mean, this is a big barn. And but just the way it's built, man. And of course they've added on over the years. That's where this stuff comes into play. But this is the original barn right here, or at least that's what we're assuming it is the barn. But this is so cool. This is so cool. There's an old refrigerator in there, an old Frigidaire, but it's this place is so cool. We're just getting out and adventuring and looking around all these old home sites, and we're hoping that we find some cool stuff around here. But we're probably fixing to move on to our next spot, which is a few miles down the road, not too far. But we're gonna see what we can go find. Alright guys, so my phone died before we got to the second location, so I didn't get to record any footage of us digging there. And I didn't record anything at the first location because everything was finding junk. There's cans, pull tabs, nails. We was finding some good signals, good solid sounding signals, and just nothing was turning up. We kept finding these tops to grease tubes that it kind of pulls off like a can tab, and the signals was throwing was awesome. Mid 70s, just perfect. And it would just end up being those things, and I guess the shape was just throwing the machines off. Now we went to another location. We stopped at Philip's house. I think I made a video right before we left the first location, but we stopped at Philip's house, got us a bite to eat, got us a drink, and then we headed to the second location. Now the second location is an area that we have some documentation that there's a camp in the area, and we know there's a lot of traffic. There's an old road, there's an old railroad. So we decided to hit that. There were some cannonballs that was found a few years before. Philip actually seen them. I haven't seen them, but he knows for a fact where they came from, and we were in the next field over from there. So let me turn the camera around and show you guys what we got. It's going to end up being a spot we go back to. This is about take number 5, so we're going to try this again. The wind seems to have died down. Every time I do it, it seems like the wind is horrible. Somebody comes out the door right there. So I'm going to turn the camera around and show you guys a little bit. Today we were using Garrett machines. I was using the Garrett 18 Max. Philip was using the Garrett Ace 300, and I was paired my machine with the Garrett Pro Pointer, the Carrot. These Garrett machines, man, are awesome. We've been hunting with some guys that are using Whites, Mind Labs, Technetics, and I'm just super impressed with these Garrett machines. I'm absolutely loving it, and I feel like I made an awesome choice when I bought my machine. So what we're going to do is we're going to just kind of take a peek through everything. Like I said, the first location we found a bunch of junk. The second location is a campsite that I think is going to end up being a really good site for us. So let's just take a peek. So we found one shed antler. What this is male deer in the springtime shed their antlers, and over summer grow new ones. And wherever they just happen to fall off is where they end up laying, and this one was just kind of sticking out of the ground. I found this laying next to the lake that we were near. Beavers will take these, pull them out of the lake, bust them open, eat the mussels that's inside of them. Well, not beavers, otters, a little bit of everything. They'll just eat these and toss them on the side of the lake. Old Dr. Pepper bottle, not really all that old. Big screwdriver I found. This thing is twisted. Somebody is pried with it. Found a carabiner. Now, I was actually really happy to find this, even though, you know, you can buy them $5-6 online, even at Walmart. I was really happy to find this, even with a rope attached to it, because you can tie these to your Pro Pointer and then attach this to your belt loop. And if this just so happens to fall out of the little holster that comes with it, it's not going to go anywhere. It's just an old plate, probably came off some farm equipment. This is actually an interesting find because I really don't know why somebody would have done this. What this is a hand-forged eye bolt with a broken horseshoe shoved through the eyelet of it. Now, I don't know if somebody made just a quick tool to try to screw this eye bolt into something or try to pry it out or what, but it's pretty interesting. If it's something else, you guys can let me know, but this is for sure a horseshoe, and that's for sure an eye bolt, so that's about my best explanation for it. A couple more broken horseshoes. This little buckle, now I don't know if it came off of some horse tack or if it came off of like a haversack or something else, some other kind of clothing. These right here were the finds of the day. What this is buckshot. Normally this buckshot was paired, they would take 3 of these and pair it most of the time with the 69 caliber musket. Now these 69 caliber muskets were not rifled, which means the bullet had nothing to twist it to make it fly straight. It was just coming out and going everywhere. You really couldn't tell where they was going to go, so what they would do is they put 3 of these in there, kind of give it the shotgun effect to maximize your ability to hit your target. So we found a couple of those, which was really awesome. That tickled me to death that we found those because, like I said before, a couple of cannonballs has been found just the next field over, so that kind of gave us a little more explanation of what's going on down there. So, and we only hunted for an hour. We only hit a portion of like 200 or 300 acres of field. So we're hoping that we find some more of that. This over here is an old tin of some sort. It's got lead solder around it, so it definitely puts it old, which is, I mean, it's kind of hard to date stuff like that. I'm going to do a little bit more research on, you know, styles of cans and try to see if I can't put a size on this to try to figure out what it is. And then just a bunch of modern junk over here. Rifle casings, some fence wire. This little booger right here was rating 85, and I went on a wild goose chase for it. That's what you get. So yeah, that's our finds for the day. I had a blast. I know Philip did too. So we're getting ready to go back out there again. I'm ready to hit that field hard. So it's Easter weekend for us. I'm going to go in here and enjoy some time with my family, and I hope everybody has a good weekend. It'll probably be posted after the weekend, but God bless everybody, and we'll see you guys for the next one.